This walk is easy if done over 2 separate days. If attempted in one as it will be a long, full day. Today is promising to be beautiful and ideal for hiking. Whichever route you take, you will get hot, thirsty, and hungry. So bring a hat, plenty of water, some food, and some sunscreen. Soon we get off the trampled path and leave the inhabited zone. And from then on we can only rely on ourselves. There are no stores on the chosen hiking trail. The trail gets more and more difficult here. If you are camping overnight in summer, you can usually get away with just a sleeping bag rather than a tent, but check the local conditions. Tenting is still possible now, but the nights are very chilling at this stage of the year. On this path we get round the mountain, which obscures the entire Hunza Valley, including Gulmet village. In addition, there is an increased risk of rockfalls at this stage, which of course my companion, Mujib, warns. In this mountains you also have great opportunities to go further off the beaten track. It goes without saying, but be prepared for a more physical encounter if you want to reap the most rewards. In any case, this hike for me proved to be a great physical exercise. Although much of our route passes desert and plains, various parts also take in some of the world's most spectacular mountain scenery, like these ones. Many of the species on our route are coming under increased pressure from human activity, but leaving the main roads. Once in a while you will be pleasantly surprised by what is still there. The most remarkable inhabitant is probably the snow leopard, whose dwindling natural habitat in the mountains of the Pamir, Hindukush, and Karakoram ranges. Marco Polo sheep are also found up here, but they too are under threat, after many were hunted down for food and especially trophies in the last few decades. Reaching the plateau, we are greeted by the sight of a lone stone shelter hut. At one time, it might have been used by shepherds. We are now close to the source of the water from where the entire valley is supplied with drinking water. Drinking water goes through these pipes. The temperature contrast is large. When we came in the morning, the shining sun made us sweat. Now, early afternoon, however, that the mountain cast a shadow on us, we suddenly start freezing. We are in the inhabited zone again, and we bathe in the sunshine again. Along the terraces created for farming, we descend to the village of Gulmet to take an afternoon rest. As I mentioned in my previous video, the Atavid landslide disaster in January 2010 completely blocked the Hunza Valley. This created a new lake, the so-called the Atavid Lake, or Gojal Lake, and the landslide completely changed the face of the area this way. This mini-series aims to show the rarely seen parts and hidden beauties of Pakistan, especially to those for whom this world with a special character is less or not known at all. Now, during the evening walk, we are practically walking on the river, or more precisely, on the alluvium that had been slipped into the river. The lake extends 30 kilometers and rose to a depth of 400 feet, was formed as the Hansa River backed up. In this section, you can clearly see the main flow of the river, which is actually a lake now. As the level of the lake rose higher and higher, more and more sediment was washed into it. I have to admit, when I first saw this actually natural formation, I suspected it as an artificial lake, for it seems so improbable and surreal here. I've never actually seen anything like this. Even walking on the alluvium is a special experience, and a bit gruesome. I have seen such a natural phenomenon before in Romania, but in terms of its nature, it was not even comparable to this one. It is worth knowing that only this upper section of the lake has this much mud. The lower section more resembles to an artificially dammed lake. Kids of the village used to play football on the polo ground every evening and late afternoon after school. Soon it will be the site of a big event. The annual Hansa Festival starts in 2 days. But before that, we'll take a bird's eye view of the valley. Stick with me.